Welcome to the highlights of the first day of this Cornhill Test at Lord's, a day which began in grim fashion, I'm afraid, for England, with the news that Bob Willis, their main strike bowler and their successful skipper, was out of the side with a neck injury, and that David Gower would have to captain the team. The teams exchanged by the two skippers just before they went out to toss showed one or two changes. Jackman in for Willis down there at the bottom of the list, and England playing four seam bowlers: Jackman, Ian Gregg, Derek Pringle and Ian Botham. We do say that half volley is a half volley, no matter whether it's first ball of the match or after 2 or 3 hours. That's a good start for Merson Khan.
Well, Mosinio plays forward, covers it very well, and as the ball goes straight on, he clips it away just in front of square. Beautifully timed.
He really launched himself at that. Both these bowlers have a problem now with the ball not moving in the air at all. Quiet confidence out there about these two Pakistan batsmen. Merson Khan on 18, about to take strike, and Madassa who pushed that single on 6. He's given that some hammer. A little lucky to get away with that. He's going to look for 4 runs. It's very good cricket, good chase away down to deep third man by Chris Tavare.
That's edged away. Well, the first chance, a let off there for Mudassi. Bob Taylor going away to his right, try and pick up that little nick.
Well, a little movement for Botham, pitched well up, got a nice edge. Now, whether that would have carried to first slip, I don't know, but Bob Taylor was following the movement of the ball and had every right to go across to get it. Now we'll see, yes, whether he did get his hands on it.
That's a lovely shot. Feet into perfect position, clipped through mid-wicket. No need to risk a dangerous 4th run there, but those 3 runs to Mohsin Khan takes Pakistan past the 50. 52 on the board, and the excellent time here. It's gone this time, outside edge. Jackman takes the wicket, but that's a little flash, and well, Bob Taylor made up for that error he made a few minutes ago. So Mudassa goes for 20, 53 on the board now for the loss of opening bat. Mudassa was up.
Well, Bob Taylor's miss earlier wasn't costly. And Mudassa's been waving his bat a little outside that off stump. This time he gets, the ball holds its line and he gets a thin edge, just carrying to Bob Taylor.
Useful crowd too for the first day here, a Thursday, in built up at Lord's. And what we've seen so far, they could be in for a very entertaining day. Beautiful shot over pitch, and saw right to the pitch of it. Long chase for Ian Gregg. and the chase in vain. 63 for 1, 35 now to Mohsin, 5 to...
He certainly wants to make the most of this very good opening.
And he's lashed away at that. Gets 4 runs this time. But, shot of a man in form and with a pretty good eye. I think his feet and everything were a fair way away from that at the time, Tom.
Absolutely right, Jim. He just launches himself at it, doesn't he?
That's his 50. And what a good innings it's been.
And what a fine young player Mohsin looks. Another absolutely superb square cut. You see the way he gets across there and hits right down on top of it. Super shot, but not greatly intelligent bowling, I'm afraid. Get on with the game again.
He's done that in no uncertain terms. It wasn't a half volley. He really did fling the bat at that. And with unerring precision, struck it right in the centre.
And he really does launch himself when he goes to hit the ball. That is a super shot, though.
Got that away, but it's no wonder Hemmings was throwing his arms skywards. Hundred comes up.
Well, this is an amazing shot because it wasn't that short.
That was a fine shot by Mansur Akhtar, and Ian Botham's coming into bottom, Mohsin Khan.
And that's edged away again, and another chance. So second time it's happened to Botham here today. He had Mudassar dropped earlier in the morning. I think we'll see that this is a reasonable chance to slip.
Botham concentrating on this line outside the off stump. And reasonably, a relatively easy chance down by Pringle at first slip. Just wide of his right knee.
Let's flick that away very fine. 4 runs all the way. Perfectly judged, beautifully placed. Didn't get much higher than that. And is quite a height up there. He's found the gap this time. 4 runs.
And there's Bob Willis and Donald Carr surveying the scene.
Here's Pringle. Didn't quite get that. Hemmings the fielder. Well enough, but the timing wasn't quite there. In fact, he's played very much a secondary role, Mansur Akhtar, which has been the sensible thing to do. Now Mohsin Khan full rein for his stroke play.
Off his legs for single, brings the 150 up for 1 wicket for Pakistan.
Once again sent back by Mansur Akhtar, and good fielding by the skipper David Gower. .98 to Mohsin Khan, 29 to Mansur Akhtar. It's a lovely shot. There's 3 runs there to Mansur Akhtar. Good partnership. The best partnership against England this summer, the second wicket. Although it is no one quite certain which player would chase the ball, but it's the 100 for Mohsin Khan. It's a really good innings. He was dropped after lunch by Pringle or Botham. That's a fine innings made out of 158.
Sort of over the top when he slowed down, held up a bit, tempting Mansur Akhtar into the drive, and it worked out for the batsman to bring in 4 runs. Plenty for the new captain to think about.
Too much.
Well bowled. It's still 4 runs. This could very easily have finished up as a caught bowl. So the 2 that he's tossed up have both gone for 4. So 54, Mansour came in at 53, has seen it through to 182. 130 balls, his 50 has come, 6 fours, and follows on that first Test 50 he made at Edgbaston. Hasn't quite timed it, but it'll still go for 4. And really in the middle of the bat, but the energy put into the shot, so it carry over the ropes.
And this is the launch shot, really. He throws himself at the ball.
So going to continue, we presume, in the style that used at the other end. Off stump outside, he's gone first ball. It's a dolly catch to mid-on. Always been a chance with either of these 2 batsmen that they would throw the wicket away. And that friendly, slow little loosener from Botham, which Mansur Akhtar very kindly for him deposited in mid-on's hands. So the second wicket going at 197 with Mansur gone for 57.
And I wonder what he's saying to himself as he's walking out there. Oh, what a waste.
Botham then to Javed. That brings 200 up. So coming good time here in the 64th over for the loss of only 2 wickets. It's nicely timed. No effort at all in that shot. Just plucked it nicely off his legs. We're looking for 3.
That's the tea time score. You just wouldn't read about it. You just saw it, and you will read about it, but that is incredibly bad. Chris Tavare was the man going away to his left. Keep your eye on Javed Miandad as he suddenly appears in picture just after Tavare has thrown. Only just made the crease for his first run, and he's gone charging away down there. Now Hemmings has made good ground of the ball, taken it without panic, and moved back very smartly. So some good cricket there from Hemmings. Through the gap. Favourite shot for Zahir. Anything that's a little bit short.
A good shot for one.
Four runs, beautiful shot, typical Zahir shot there, and the forward to drop the slightest bit short there to him. Flick of the wrist, a single to Zahir, and 250 goes on the board. Good scoring rate, 250 for 3 in the 82nd over. 145 is Moson's score. Comes down the wicket, and over the top. It's straight, it's beaten land, it's going up that little hill there. And it counts as 4 more.
Mosin moving his feet down the wicket, getting well to the pitch of the ball.
That's a gift for him. Bad ball there by Hemmings, short, stroked away to give Mohsin Khan a 150 score. That goes about, his total goes on to 152. Made an excellent 100, put his head down, and is marching on towards another. 256 balls he's received for 150 runs and has hit 18 fours.
By Harold Bird signalling that Derek Pringle is going to be the man to take the new ball from the nursery end. An inspired piece of captaincy. Tavares is the man at second slip.
And we can see how quickly this one goes and the height of it. A little bit of bounce there. He really did have a fly at it. And Chris Tavares very nearly clutching it with his left hand.
Beautiful timing. And the stroke on the offside where he pushes it away between point and cover. The 2 great strokes Zahir plays.
And Zahir, a batsman of the very highest class. This beautiful push there, roll of the wrists, and that raced up the hill. No brute force required. Just perfect timing.
Just one more run added to take the total at the end of the day up to 295 for 3, and that extra run was a no ball. Mohsin Khan, a fine innings that, 159 not out. He had 1 or 2 slices of luck.
Good point. That's a typical Zahir Abbas shot. Beautifully controlled, perfectly placed, 4 runs. So that's the boundary that brings 300 on the board for Pakistan.
Flings his bat.
Not where he intended, but there's no third man. It's racing away for 4 more. That brings up Zahir's 50. Very thick 3/4 bat really on that. That goes the bat in recognition. Yet another classical performance by Zahir Abbas. 7 fours, 103 balls, and in addition to those 700s he's made in Test match cricket, that's his 1250. off volley, and it's been beautifully struck away through the offside. Food and drink to Zahir there. And quietly they've put together 100 runs, these two. 208, and Javed was run out. And he steered that away very skillfully past Greg this time. But, he's content with 2. Oh, they finally got him away. But, one accurate spell there, 25 minutes before Pringle conceded those 2 runs. This morning.
A change in the bowling. Pringle to continue.
That's a lovely shot. Launched himself again into that. First boundary of the morning for Mohsin.
Timed it much better than his other shots, and with a full flow of the bat.
The short one, which is powered away square on the leg side for 4 more. And Mohsin Khan really taking toll of Derek Pringle in this over.
Single to Mohsin Khan. Takes him on to 188. And that's a significant figure in Pakistan Test match history because it beats the previous best record on this ground by Hanif Mohammed, way back in 1967.
Oh, that's a marvellous stop. An incredible pick up there. Certainly looked like 4 runs from the moment it left Mohsin's bat.
And you can see how hard he gives this delivery. Really cracks it. And a brilliant one-handed, left-handed pickup. And a good throw to follow it.
Zahir then on 75, Jackman the bowler. And he's bowled it. And he's got one through. So success, nobody can believe it. So 361 now for 4 with Zahir, bowled by Jackman for 75. So nice reward there for a lad who's been plugging away for a long, long time.
And here we can see him playing well outside the line of this ball. It pitches just outside the off stump, goes straight on, and hits the outside of the off stump. And this is really what Robin Jackman was brought into the side to do, to bowl tidily, to keep things up together. And despite a slightly wayward spell first thing yesterday morning, he's done a fine job for England.
Rashid to face both of them. And he's given him out LBW. Haroon Rashid never happy there. And after the Lord Mayor's show, the old story at the end of a long partnership, and poor Haroon Rashid, who's not had a very happy time out there, goes for 1. LBW to Botham. So Botham finally justifying the faith his skipper had in bowling him for this very long spell. 364 now for 5 with Haroon gone for a single.
Haroon moving that back foot in line and hardly coming forward at all. Striking him about middle and off, and would certainly have hit the middle stump.
Still did well enough to get it away past the man out there at mid-off, Mike Gatting. Now. Flashing eyes will have taken in a little twirl of the score. scoreboard from 198 to 199. Rain is belting down between our camera lens.
Hammered off the back foot, and that outfield certain to be a little wet and greasy. So he's taken 3 runs, which will give Mohsin a chance to face the bowling. Both of them then to Imran Khan. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Dropped short, powered away off the back foot. Just kicked the fingers there of Ian Gregg. He'll warm him up for a little while and hit with an enormous amount of power and strength.
And a magnificent shot this. Imran cracking that square. Beautiful balance. Hit it like a rocket.
And that's it. Made sure off comes the helmet. There's a very delighted young man, and what a great occasion it is for him. Wonderful exhibition from Mohsin Khan. Congratulations from his teammates, from majority of the England side. Very popular young player. 200 then made out of a total of 380 for 5. 23 fours in that double century, and it's the 8th 200 made here at Lord's.
And a magnificent performance by this young man. He's kept it going, played the odd airy-fairy shot outside the off stump, but really speaking, a marvellous performance.
And gone now are the attacking fields, which have been a feature of England's out cricket during the course of this summer. Just content now on containment. Single slip. The rest of the England fielders dispersed in run-saving positions. And he's gone. Caught behind. Jackman takes another wicket. 200 for Mohsin Khan. Nicely caught by Tavri, just lurking behind there by the square leg umpire. And that moment of relaxation and that long innings is ended.
What it must feel like to get 200 at the headquarters of cricket. He's only 27 years old, and it must be a marvellous feeling just walking off there to this enormous applause. Jackman firing that one at the leg stump, and Mohsin clipping it very firmly, and Chris Tavri picking that up just behind square.
Tahir off the mark, force that away, quite nicely in fact off the back foot. Good bowling, Jackman strikes again. Yatin taking a good catch at mid-off. A very brief appearance from Tahir. Obviously, one would think under instructions to try and crack it along in this closing period of the day, with the possibility of England going out there to bat tonight. 382 now for 6, and the 4th wicket for Robin Jackman. And a look again from the nursery end, as Tom Grosvenor said. Nicely disguised slower ball. Often you see a quickish bowler beat somebody in the flight. And lovely catch there by Yatin. And Robin, here's a Robin too, absolutely delighted himself, bouncing around down there. Excellent figures on this pitch. from now, looking for a turn to improve his figures. Story by Rosenberg. Great roar of applause for Jackman as he feels the ball. So, down at the mound, they've taken to him.
Well, it hasn't been a bad Friday the 13th for Robin Jackman.
Comes the 400 now for Pakistan. Magic figure. Always looks so much better than something in the 390s. He's gone, doesn't even bother to look. And Botham has picked up another wicket there. Imran Khan out for 12, caught by Taylor off Botham. 8 down now for 401. Wasim Bari's 16. This was Ian Botham's third wicket. Very faint edge and got a safe catch for Taylor. It only just carried. He had to take it down around about the ankles. Safely away over slip. No field placing can take care of that. Valuable runs for Pakistan. 424 for 8 now, but that one going off the outside edge, top edge, really old-fashioned slog. That's a fine performance from that last pair. Wasim Bari 24 not out, and Abdul Qadir with some flashy-looking strokes, 18 not out, a partnership of 27. And very valuable runs those are for Pakistan. 428 for 8, and the two bowlers to take all the wickets for England. Iron Man Ian Botham 3 for 148, and the best bowler for England today, Robin Jackman, a wholehearted effort from him, 4 for 110, and he'll have done his chances no harm in the light of selection for Australia later in the year. And a fine effort also from Mohsin Khan, who reached 200 today. Not many people have done it at Lord's. But this is the way he made his runs, and I think it's fascinating to look at something like this, where the chart of his runs have been kept, and you can see just how strong he is. He's batting at the pavilion end here, and you can see how strong he is by forcing the ball off his pads. He's made most of his runs there on the onside, and there when he's batting at the nursery end. Some on the offside as well. You remember he flashes away there on the off stump, hits it away through the offside there, but most of those runs are on the onside. A tremendous performance from him, and he joins an illustrious band there. Bradman, Hammond, Hobbs, Compton, Brown, Donnelly, Hardstaff, and now Mohsin Khan in this Lord's Test match, an even 200 in 1982. Great performance from him. He's a very good player, and he'll make a lot more runs for Pakistan in the future. Well, now, what chances in this game? I think Imran Khan should close immediately. I wouldn't waste one moment out there tomorrow by batting on. There's time lost already, about 4 hours today. He needs every moment he can to bowl out England. It doesn't matter when. Here's the first over. It's the third ball. No runs on the board so far. And Derek Randall is taking strike to Imran Khan. Nicely played. Way between those two short legs. Randall's off the mark. Third man, and 4 runs. It's extraordinary the number of runs scored down in that area these days. And that's good luck for Sarfraz. Tabre, I think, started to try and push the ball away, then changed his mind because he would have been hitting the stumps, and in the end the ball knocked off the bail anyway. First blood to Pakistan and to Sarfraz.
Well, a little unlucky here. but the bowler digs it in. Tavares plays it, not quite easily, but certainly in the middle of his bat. Turns round and too late to be able to do anything about it. A little bit unfortunate for Tavares there.
218 runs in test matches for Alan Lamb so far. Averages just over 36. Very useful delivery.
Well, this took him certainly by surprise. He dug that in and really got it high up. The perfect bouncer, really. In the position he got, he'd no option but to try to play it. And it would have been very unfortunate if that helmet had have...
It's a nicer pace. Although someone the other day wrote about Sarfraz as being the same pace bracket as Imran Khan, it's not quite true. Stuart Randall just proved.
Well, he's at least a yard and a half short of pace compared to Imran, and here he tries to dig a bouncer.
No need to do anything but walk up the pitch after that very firm blow down the ground.
So it's been a lively first 40 minutes here. A few runs scored, 38 on the board. And some really fiery pace bowling from the man in action now, Imran Khan. Quite amazing the number of runs that have come in this match down in that third man area. England bowled the whole time there without a third man. A lot of runs came down there for Pakistan, and now Pakistan bowlers are following suit. That's a no ball, just stroked away through mid-off by Randall. It's Tahir giving chase. So the 50 comes up for England in good time too. Just smack on a run a minute, 50 minutes for the first 50, in the course of which they've lost the wicket of Chris Tavares. Never a dull moment with Randall on his batting or fielding.
And here it looked as though Derek Randall slipped with his back foot there. Yep, very, very close to that leg stump. And here we can see how close it does get. Whoa!
It's a good delivery. They're getting into it out there this morning, Pakistan. They know this is their big chance. With this first new ball, the opportunity to break through the England batting, and Sarfraz has 2 wickets. Randall bowled Sarfraz for 29.
And Sarfraz has been causing all sorts of problems in the last 2 or 3 overs. That, in fact, was fairly well pitched up and just held itself down the hill. Just watch the line of the bat as it comes down. And just pulling across the line a little bit, playing it on the onside, and he straightened it up there.
Oh, it's a great delivery. Great delivery, almost the perfect Yorker. Did he get a little touch?
Here we can watch this, and that curves back into him, and I should think he probably got a little touch. Brilliant piece of bowling.
Lamb is taking strike.
That's a good shot. Short, offline, cracked off the back foot by Alan Lamb. That's 4 runs. And he's gone, I think, yes, caught behind, hold it up. Lamb's gone, Haroon Rashid, tight short leg there, taking a very good catch off the bowling of Tahir Nakash. So 89 for 3, the England score with Alan Lamb falling on 33.
Well, a good wicket for Pakistan. Tahir Nakash putting every effort into this ball and getting a little inside edge onto his pad, just above his knee, and it knocks it up to Haroon at forward short leg.
Away. Nice half follow for him, but very confident. The strike from this field, Al-Qadir will bring him 2 runs. Sarfraz, no to Beltham for a change. That's a good shot. The leg stump, clipped away quite nicely. Just hasn't got the legs to reach the ropes, but there's 3 runs in it for him, Beltham.
Sooner had it left the face of the bat than it was rattling against the boundary ball. Yeah, but safe. Away from the man at deep backward square. 4 more to Botham, and he looks as though he's just about to unleash an attack. 9 for 3, 8 to Gower, and 13 to Botham. Botham has gone past Gower, although he's only been there for a short time. Well, what on earth is going on out there? Extraordinary appeal and action and follow on out there.
Goes for the LBW shout and puts up a performance which should have won him an Oscar in many places. And he's still questioning that decision. David Constant quite rightly object.
What will Botham say about that? Mohsin Khan is having the match of all time here. He's come in there and taken a super catch. Botham hit it beautifully against the spin. Botham will be kicking himself, but Mohsin Khan has just added to that marvellous batting performance he put on. There's still Pakistan's bowlers on top there. It's going to be out here. And Imran Khan has taken his first wicket. Mansur Akhtar takes the catch. Gower has gone for 29, having survived time after time outside the off stump to Imran Khan, and finally the Pakistan captain claims a well-deserved wicket.
Well, Imran lets him have a short one here. Instinct again, he gets ready to pull it, but the movement down the hill catches him on his bat much earlier than he expected, and all he could do was knock it up in the air and give an easy catch to mid-wicket.
Beautiful shot by Gary. Good tightening, perfect placement.
And he's out. No, he's out caught. Little nick under the pads. Cardier gets rid of Derek Pringle. Little edge under the pad, and Harrelbird, no hesitation there in upholding that appeal. So Pringle, who never really looked happy against the spinner, he's gone for 5, and England are 187 for 6.
Well, the danger of playing forward with your bat and pad close together. He just gets a little nick from the googly onto his pad, and up it pops to forward short leg.
So 187 for 6. Getting still there on 9. And his LBW. Yes, Ian Gregg in a terrible tangle there. Some marvellous spin bowling coming from Kadir. So Gregg goes for 3, and real trouble now for England.
Now from the nursery end. He has pitched about leg stump, dodged through. Gregg not reaching in front of his bat to try to get the ball clear. Find it hitting his back foot. No doubt about that.
Yes, good decision. That ball went to hit the back leg. The back leg was only a matter of 6 inches away from the stump, so the ball pitching round about leg middle. Good a shot as you've seen played off the leg spinner by Mike Getting. So the 200 comes up. 202 now for 7. Getting moving on to 18, and he's played jolly well. That's a good firm shot. No fool with the bat. Eddie Hemmings improving it there, getting nice into position and tucking it away for 4 runs.
He's done him this time, and that's 217 for 8. 2 wickets to go, and still 12 needed to avoid the follow-on.
And Eddie Hemmings playing round this, getting through the gate, up the hill again. And a fine piece of bowling by Sarfraz.
Well bowled. A very, very good flipper or top spinner, whatever he calls it. That really did zip off, and he beat Taylor quite conclusively. Taylor out for 5, Gatting is 31, and Robin Jackman will make the long walk down in just a moment.
And this one of the plumbest LBWs I've seen for a long time. You couldn't hit anything but the middle of the stump with that one.
Coming closer to save the one at mid-on. And he's out this time, the finger's gone up, the appeal has been answered in England's favour, and Pakistan, if they wish now, of course, can make England follow on. Desolate, disappointed Jackman there, looking at his bat, and not terribly happy. He feels he's let the side down. Just 2 runs needed to make sure that Pakistan bat again.
And a very similar sort of delivery, slanting in and swinging quite sharply.
I think they're in full toss on the boot. That's probably why the decision was answered in favour of the bowler there.
So just a tantalising 2 runs short for England there, with Robin Jackman, LBW to Imran, and the follow-on enforced. 1 more wicket for Imran Khan to boost his figures to 2 for 55. He deserved much better than that, but it was a fine performance by Pakistan to get England into such a state. Here's the second ball of the England second innings after they were made to follow on. Taking strike is Derek Randall, no runs on the board, and it's...
Good shot.
The most beautiful placement there. Just split the two men at cover point and extra cover.
We have a nice gentle long up from Safraz. And Derek Randall has lots of time to find his feet and stroke that beautifully through extra cover for 4.
Very good piece of fielding out there. Applause from Randall himself. That's the one that slants in all right. That's made an awful mess of Derek Randall's stumps there. An awful mess, and what a good bowling change that turned out to be. Gentle medium pace, and he's castled him all over the place.
Well, one would have said that it would have given England a little respite to have their 4th seamer on at such an early stage in the innings. But he plays all round the straight. With disconsolate Randall finished back into the pavilion. It is just in his first over, just a straight ball, and Randall plays all round it. And then looks back to find the off stump removed.
We'll see that was identical to the first innings. He pulls the bat across the line and then puts it back as the ball goes past. Almost impossible to believe it got through. That is almost an action replay of the first innings, where Randall pulled the bat across to the onside, pushed it back to the off, and in that fraction of a second, the ball got through.
Alan Lamb come in without his helmet. He had it knocked. Everything that the Pakistanis have to throw against him.
He's out, LBW. Madassa's taken 2 wickets in the over. And Pakistan have taken this game by the throat. Lamb out for naught. LBW to Madassa, 9 for 2 in their second innings. England having been bowled out for 227.
Well, this change of bowling will go down as one of the best pieces of work in the series. And Madassa without even moving a ball very much at all. And this is first over. As Alan Lamb, LBW.
Well, there's the nursery in camera. Very wide on the bowling crease there. And Lamb is LBW. So 9 for 2. The skipper comes out, and not a very good moment for someone captaining their national side for the first time.
Blowing that all day.
He's gone. David Gower for naught, 9 for 3. Tavares is still on naught at the other end. And what a day it is for Madassa Nazar. He's been out of touch with the bat, picked up a pair at Edgbaston, and here he has 3 wickets in 2 overs.
Well, danger lurks in the most unobvious quarters in this game. Madassa pushes it a little wide, and Gower plays forward. Not quite convincingly. And as the ball goes across him, he just gets a slight nick. And accepted gleefully by the Pakistan wicketkeeper.
And there's the shot from the nursery end. And that is almost identical with the stroke Gow was playing so often against Imran yesterday and not getting a touch. Ian Botham comes out at 9 for 3. Those 9 short of the follow-on. And now they are within 7 wickets of a famous victory. Still a lot of cricket to go yet. Botham and Tavares. One out there facing Madassa, who has 3 for none in 2 overs. And Abdul Qadir, who's again weaving his own little web from the pavilion end.
Well, that's it. 65 minutes, had 39 balls. And that's it. Great roar of applause goes up. So at 26 minutes past 1, Chris renewed between Qadir and Tavares. It's overpitched, that's a lovely shot. Tossed high and wide, and Tavares making the most of it. Glorious cover drive.
Well, a super shot here from Tavares. The bowler's confidence growing, he pitches it really up into the crease.
Qadir to Botham. And that's in the air and over the top. Perfectly safe.
Well, the challenge is there and accepted. Didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball, but I don't think he intended to. And he hit that right over the top of extra cover.
My word, that was a brave shot, because there's quite a deep extra cover there. Crash, 4 more. This has always got to be a fascinating duel.
And you never see cricket any better than this. The leg spinner bowling, and bowling well. As soon as there's a loose one, Ian Botham cuts loose. Magnificent square cut.
And again, that's a big one. Not far short of 6, high in the air, over the top of the bowler.
This really is tremendous stuff by Ian Botham. Picked it and hit it straight back over the bowler, just slightly on the onside.
And another big shout for LBW, which Imran obviously thought was fairly close.
Another good delivery from Imran. Botham plays him off the front foot. And it was near, but the umpire adjudges not out.
54 for 3 at lunch, and quite a revival there, led by Ian Botham. Chris Tavares not into double figures.
That's there for the drive. High, wide and handsome. And the ball put away in great style.
Well, this was a super shot. The bowler really flighted it high, and it doesn't matter when it pitches right up in the block hole which way the ball's spinning.
Simran from the far end to Botham. And scores his first run. So 4 runs, in fact. And Botham moves on to 37. Well, that's where you just don't bowl to Ian Botham. He's tried it before, he's received a similar sort of treatment. Glorious cover drive.
And a very wide half volley. It's the googly, but Ian Botham getting right across there, right to the pitch of the ball. Cracking shot.
He's coming back over the wicket now to a very queer field setting. Very good bowler, Abdul Qadir, but so far he hasn't got the management of his bowling organised. That's one of the reasons I say it's a queer field setting. There's no man on the offside. From slip around to deep cover on the fence. And it's allowed Ian Botham to bring up his 50. And what a good innings it's been. It's his 11th Test half-century. That doesn't include the 1100s he's made. He's faced only 94 balls, and a big percentage of those have been bowled by Abdul Qadir into the rough, and he's just padded them away. 7 boundaries, 51 out of 87.
Contest renewed again between Imran and Botham. Found that in the middle of the bat. 4 lovely runs for Ian Botham. On the few occasions he's had a ball offered to him to drive. Slice that away over the top of slips for 4. Never quite got his feet in the right position. But they all count. And Botham goes on to 66, and these two now have added 100. 102 to be precise for the 4th wicket.
And there we are, Nelson on the board. As Nakesh bowls a real long up, wide. Deserved the treatment.
Similar sort of position which he fell here in the first innings. And he's gone off a short ball. Madassa struck again. Sarfraz taking the catch in the gully. They're absolutely delighted. I think they've just about given up hope. But quite a loose delivery there. Once again from Madassa, and Botham will kick himself all the way back. Never really got on top of it. He thought it was a gift for 4, but it's caused his down.
Just what Madassa wanted and what Pakistan wanted. But it's real trouble for England now. 132 for 5, getting gone for 7. And clever bowling there from Madassa.
Well, disaster here for Mike Gatting. Long hop outside the off stump, not getting his foot across at all, and a magnificent catch by Wasim Bari.
Just trying to think of any other opening batsman who's ever produced bowling figures of that kind.
Pringle having a bit of good fortune that's come the way of 1 or 2 others outside the off stump. Edged away. And a streaky 4. I think it'd be difficult to get 4 through that array of slips, but he's managed it. And the 150 comes up. He's got it through this time, tossed high, and Tavri couldn't resist the challenge. He's put it away very nicely indeed through extra cover.
There's a good firm shot to bring up his 50. Just as phlegmatic in the scoring of that 50th as he has been all the way along. He stood at the other end and saw 3 men go down without the addition of a run. He's still there. And it may well be that in the context of this test match, he'd have played one of the finest innings for England. That's well caught. Pure reflex action there. Very good catch by Javed Miandad.
Well, I said this back path method doesn't pay, and here he pushes forward, bat and pad together, little nick onto his pad, and a lovely catch.
That's out. Came back very sharply. Madassa has his 6th wicket. He's on his way to turning in some of the best bowling figures ever in a test match for Pakistan or any other country.
And Madassa firing this one in, getting Greg on the back foot. And that moved pretty sharply down the hill.
Very good cricket that from Chris Taveray.
And very, very sensible stuff from Taveray. This long hop from Madassa being clipped very firmly through mid-wicket. Very good shot, 4 valuable runs. And England now only needing 5 to...
Scores level, Imran Khan, the bowler. And look at that, the two faces of Chris Taveray here today. So England are nicely ahead for the first time. And he's dropped him, no, he's caught him. Second, third attempt, Taveray has gone for 82, and finally Imran Khan. Huge sigh of relief all over his face, has taken his first wicket and reduced England to 224 for 8.
And again from the far end, we see that ball swing quite late. And Chris Taveray not quite getting across there. And Javed Miandad absolutely delighted.
Pakistan are out there well before the right time. England just right on the dot. And that's out. Imran Khan has struck again. Eddie Hemmings caught at the wicket by Wasim Bari. 235 for 9 now. Hemmings made 14. Good shot by Taylor. It's very fast on that side of the ground, although yesterday's rain slowed it up a little bit, but that was well timed by Bob Taylor.
Invited the drive, and the challenge accepted by Jackman. Beautiful cover drive for 4. And he's out. Yes, he's given him out. Robin Jackman goes, caught at full short leg. Kadir takes the wicket, and finally England are dismissed for 276.
276, and that's much better than it could have been for England, owing to that last wicket partnership between Taylor and Jackman. Taylor and Willis had a record 79 last wicket stand at Edgbaston. Today, that partnership realised 41, with Taylor 24 not out. A very fine effort, that. Chris Taveray top scored with 82, and in the course of that innings reached his 1,000 runs in Test cricket. Well, the 276 was reached with Imran Khan not taking the second new ball until the 117th over, and he finished the innings off then in just another 22 balls. He himself finished with 2 for 84. Superb bowling effort. The figures don't reflect the skill with which he bowled, and Abdul Qadir also finished with 2 wickets. The sensation, Madassa Nazar, 19 overs, 7 maidens and 6 for 32. That's a great effort. He broke the back of the England innings, and although one might throw away a little bit at his bowling and say that he doesn't do much in Lancashire League, it was a fine effort out there today. He moved the ball both ways and nonplussed all the England batsmen. I can tell you something about Madassa Nazar. He is the only man I've been able to trace who is an opening batsman and has also taken the first 5 wickets of an opposition innings. It almost happened a long time ago. Vinu Menkad took 5 out of the first 6 in a match playing for India against Pakistan, and astonishingly, the man who stopped him doing the same thing as Mudassar Nazar did today was Mudassar's father. So quite a coincidence and a great day for Mudassar Nazar. It left Pakistan with 76 runs to make to win this match and achieve a famous victory. They had 18 overs in which to make them. Here's the second ball of the first over, no runs on the board, and Ian Botham is bowling to Mohsin Khan.
And quickly off the mark, through for a sharp signal. So Botham to Javed. And he's away nicely with 4 runs. Nice tying that in swinger quite perfectly down to long leg. Jackman into Mohsin. And that's where he favours it, round about his legs. Cultured player on the leg side, 2 more. And it's never easy to defend a total like this on a big ground.
Just fractionally over 3 and over needed now. No problems at all for the batting side. Derek Randall. That is too far away for Randall. Good stroke that from Mohsin Khan. Beautiful stroke. Almost as though he was waiting for it, Javed Miandad, and he gave it a fearful thump past extra cover.
Absolutely superb square cut this. The way he got on top of that.
And in the centre of your picture there, Mudassar Nazar, who took 6 wickets today. Fantastic performance. That's the winning run. Javed races from the field. Mohsin Khan doesn't. He's kissing the ground out there. The spectators invade and the Pakistan dressing room is delirious. Only 13.1 overs needed for those 77 runs. Mohsin Khan 39, Javed Miandad 26. A good move that by Imran Khan to push Javed Miandad up the list. Some fine running between the wickets there. Conclusive win for the Pakistan side with Botham, Jackman and Hemmings the only 3 bowlers used. The final result then, Pakistan 428 for 8 declared. England 227 and 276. Pakistan in their second innings 77 for naught in those 13.1 overs, and Pakistan won by 10 wickets. Well, straight after the game, at the presentation, Trevor Bailey named Mohsin Khan as man of the match. Well deserved too, a double century, 39 not out, and a marvellous catch running in to dismiss Ian Botham. A tremendous performance from him, and tremendous performance also from the Pakistan captain Imran Khan, who turned in really great bowling effort, and Peter West spoke to him and to David Gower straight after the game.
Imran, many congratulations and well played Pakistan. A terrific victory which must mean so much to you.
Well, it's an ambition fulfilled.
I know that when you came to talk at the end of the Edgbaston encounter, you felt frustrated, you felt you'd missed your chance.
Yeah, I felt so because I thought we'd in fact, if we batted half as well as we batted here, we would have won that test. I thought we'd had the match in our hand. But I think this all the more reason why I'm so happy with this victory.
I think there are 2 or 3 points where we let it slip a bit. And with the weather that's been around, we should have had a great chance of saving it, really. Having got so close to saving the follow-on, had they had to bat again, and had we had to finish in this light ourselves, then obviously I think we might have just saved the game.
All I'll say one thing, Peter. I've forgotten about my 200. I've forgotten about my being man of the match. The only thing I remember, and I will remember, the win here at Lord's.
What more is it to say? You finished things in style. Well played.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And not surprising, Mohsin Khan was very, very happy there talking to Peter West. Not surprising either that he stopped to give the pitch a quick kiss on the way back to the dressing room, where he was met by ecstatic teammates. Tremendous performance by Pakistan. They made all the running in this match. They closed their first innings after winning the toss. They bowled England out, made them follow on, and then bowled them out again. And they didn't just scrape home, they did it in style with many overs to spare at the end. And there's no reason at all, I can see, why they shouldn't win again at Headingley. But what a match that should be, because it will decide this series. 1-1 going into that match at Leeds, and a tremendous performance from Imran Khan's side here in the game at Lord's.